So there is this latest trend, and I've noticed it on TikTok, and I've noticed it on Facebook, YouTube, whatever it may be. Everyone today is, yo soy espiritista, espiritista this, espiritista that. Caribbean Espiritismo, or Espiritismo as it is practiced in the Caribbean, is the latest trend within the spiritual communities on social media. It happens every 10 years. What's the latest trend in spirituality? Right now it's Spiritismo, Spiritism. Before that it was Hoodoo. Before that it was Santeria. Before that it was Wicca, witchcraft. Before that it was Hinduism. Before that it was Buddhism. It happens every 10 years. So it's very rare for you to hear a person who practices Espiritismo say they are an espiritista. Often they say, yo soy un medium, yo soy una mediumnidad, which means I am a medium. Now, Espiritismo, or the codifications based on Allan Kardec, anyone can pick up this book, read it, and say, wow, you know what? I gravitate towards this. I gravitate towards this doctrine of Allan Kardec, so I'm a medium. I must be an espiritista. You can pick this book up like the Christian Bible, like the Hindu, a sacred text on Hinduism, read it, fall in love with that religion and say, yes, I feel like I am Christian. Yes, I feel like I am Hindu. I feel like I am Buddhist. But just because you read the Bible, just because you read any book on Allan Kardec, just because you read any sacred text on Hinduism or any sacred text from any religion, we have to think about this for a second. That would be like me reading the Catholic Bible or me reading the Christian Bible and saying, you know what? I am a priest today. I'm a priest, right? Or that would be like me reading a book on, I don't know, European witchcraft, and I am a third degree high master witch. Picking up this book like any sacred text, and forget about spirituality, let's talk about psychiatry. Let's talk about a book on psychiatry, a book on medicine. You don't open up that book and say, oh my God, you know, because I'm reading this book, I'm a doctor, I'm a psychiatrist, I'm a therapist. It doesn't work that way, believe it or not. This is what we label in Espiritismo, right? Los mediunidades, we label as charlatanismo or un charlatán. Lo digo yo ahí. You as a person who is watching these people, you have that right to say, where did you develop espiritualmente? Who were your padrino, your madrina? Who was your guía en material espiritual? Who taught you? Who helped you develop el espiritismo, right? El espiritismo as it is practiced in Cuba, in Puerto Rico, in Brazil, in Latin America, the folk espiritismo we're talking about, right? Who helped you develop that? Because often it takes many years of sitting in una mesa, mesas being around mediums, and I'm not going to label these mediums right now in this video, but sitting around and then developing little by little these dones, these facultades espirituales. You have the right to ask these people, in what centro espiritual, in what templo espiritual did you study, did you develop tus dones, tus facultades como una, like a mediumnidad, like an espiritista? What linaje del espiritismo does this person come from? Is there any proof, or is there anybody else that can validate that they've seen them in una reunión, una velada, una sesión, una embajada, una misa, una mesa, un rosario, una novena, anything? So just be careful with charlatanes. They often mix espiritismo with theosophy, with occult philosophies. Es un arroz con culo, as we say in Puerto Rico. And people that practice espiritismo or sanse or santeria, we often, and a lot of mediunidades, we often can sniff these people out. You know, ask these people, you have the right, if you're interacting with these people, ask them, who was your teacher? Who was your guía espiritual en materia? Who was your padrino? Who was your madrina? Where did you learn to develop tus dones espirituales, tus facultades espirituales? Do you have any pictures? Is there anybody else that I can validate? Is there pictures of you in a centro, a templo, sitting around a mesa? A physical one, not a virtual one, a physical one. Is there one that you can, show us, validate that you've been doing this? Is there other elders or people in the spiritual community, en la comunidad espiritual del espiritismo, that can validate your claim? So I'm just putting this video out. Just be careful con los charlatanes y el charlatanismo, porque eso existe. Sancista Brujo Luis. Chao. Postscript. There are a lot of ovejas disfrazado de lobo. Wolves in sheep's clothing within the spiritual community, sadly to say, especially in modern time. There's a lot of charlatanes out there haciéndose de guru. A lot of charlatans acting as gurus. And I'm going to say it, there are a lot of armchair spiritists, armchair spiritualists, similar to armchair occultists. People that know by reading, but by physical action, no saben nada. Also, we live in the time of the computer age, the social media age. If this person has Facebook or whatever, any social media presence, go back in time as far as you can to see when they started developing or learning their espiritismo. There's a lot of espiritista gurus out there that still have not developed, and that's not a good place to be in. Lastly, but most importantly, use spiritual discernment, right? That's where tu cuadro espiritual, your spiritual quadrant, your spiritual court, your spirits speak to you. Use spiritual discernment. If something is wrong, if something does not click with you and this person, that's the way your spirits are speaking to you. All right, this is it. This is definitely the ciao, bye.